Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. It's been a little bit since I put up a video. I'm like everyone else, I'm home. I haven't driven the car. It's been 17 days since I've driven this. I know I gotta get it out soon and just go for a little drive or whatever. But it's sitting here, it's been clean ever since. So that, I guess that's the only perk about this whole thing is my clean has never stayed this clean for this long. So it's nice to, just come out here and appreciate the cleanliness of it and not have to get stressed out about when I'm going to clean it and everything and when I'm going to find time. So that's pretty cool. But yeah, it's been sitting on the trickle charger here. Battery's all charged up, so it's ready to go, but I just leave it on because it clicks off when it's, when it's fully charged, so it doesn't, kill the battery. But tonight I always have questions about my taillights. What's done to them? Why do they look different? Can you buy them? From a store or something like that. So I figured I would kind of just go over what's done with them. So again, if anybody has any questions, I can just direct them to this video. So it'll be a little bit more detailed as opposed to just kind of going over quickly of, what they are and why they're a little bit different. I wanted to explain why I did this before I kind of get into the details of this. If you look, I don't know if, I don't remember what the stock's color on the STI or WX looked like. But if you look on our Outback, actually these are probably darker. So it's kind of hard to go off of, but go take a look at your WX or your STI or any, if you see them on the road, you'll notice that the color red that it's used on Subarus or WX and STIs currently, it's just very, very vibrant. It's very red. It's very distracting. It catches my eye. It kind of ruins the lines for me. So, if you're looking at the car or whatever, going over with your eye, and then it's just like a huge sore thumb. It's so bright red. It's too vibrant. It's too much red. I know this is very nitpicky and kind of over the top for some people, but once you kind of realize what I'm about to talk about, you'll kind of maybe make sense and understand why I did what I did. But I always thought the STI and WRX taillights were just way too red. They stood out too much. So I wanted to do something about it. And there's actually a decent amount of options out there for us WRX or STI guys, aftermarket wise. There's the Subaru Speed ones, now there's a Spec D, there's the Buddy Clubs, there's so many different versions of them now. But there's nothing that I there's nothing that I really like. I do like the Subaru Speed ones. I like the style of them. I like the different options and colors you can get. I think that's cool. But every single person that I've ever talked to or know that has them has had issues. Some people, they say they haven't had issues, but I don't know, it's hard to believe. I know Subaru Speed's customer service is very, very good, and they, if something were to go wrong, they replace it very quickly, and they're good about that stuff. But to me, I just don't want to deal with that. I don't want to deal with burnt out LEDs. I mean, these things are the Buddy Clubs I think are almost $700, like $600, and that's pretty pricey. I don't care who you are. That's expensive for just taillights, just for something cool to look at. I mean, I get the whole thing. I'm a big lighting nut. I really do like different options in terms of, taillights, headlights, and bulbs and all that. That speaks to me. So that's why taillights were always kind of a thing for me. I always made sure I paid attention to it and did something to them. But the Subaru Speed ones and all the aftermarket ones, I just don't trust them. I don't want to deal with aftermarket. I don't want to deal with burnt LEDs. I don't want to deal with customer service and warranties and all that stuff. And I don't know. I want to do it. I always want to do it. And sometimes I get very close to buying a set, but then I'm like, no, it's stupid. I know what's going to happen. They're going to have condensation in them. An LED is going to burn out or something. And it's just going to stress me out. And I just don't want to deal with it. What I decided to do is I really do like the OEM taillights. I think they look good. I do like the LED array here, the C light that kind of matches the front. I like the style of it. It's a good looking taillight. It's nothing crazy, but I think, it suits the car well. So I didn't really want to kind of take that away. But I wanted to somehow make it a little bit darker. And by darker, I don't mean tinting it. I don't mean blacken them out. I do not like that look. It's just not for me. I think it looks a little too tacky. And I don't know, it's just not my style. So what I always say is I always like something that's like a dark cherry red. Something that's tinted, but it's not black. It's like a dark, deep red. The camera is picking it up a little bit lighter color that it actually is. In person, they're pretty they're pretty like a deep cherry red. If you see it in person, you'll understand what I'm talking about. The camera really picks it up. It's a little bit more red than it is in person. But so yeah, that's what I wanted to do. I wanted to keep the OEM taillights, but I wanted to you know, make them a little bit darker. And then one of the only ways to do that without going tint or painting is to actually cut them open, take out the chrome bezels, and paint them. And taillights are a little bit different than the headlights. Headlights you can bake, you can crack them open, reseal them and everything. Taillights are different. You can't do that with these. You physically have to take a Dremel or some type of cutting tool and literally cut the backing off. And for a lot of people, even for me, that was something that I didn't really want to risk doing. Mainly because I'd rather have somebody that's done it before and knows what they're doing and know where to cut. And I just kind of pay someone to do that because I just didn't want to risk it. They aren't really expensive to buy. Like I said, these were only like 100 or 120 bucks, something like that. So it's not the end of the world, but I wanted it done right. So why not pay somebody a few bucks that knows what they're doing, that's done it before, that will do a good job. So I actually had a buddy that we've been friends. We met kind of through the car world, and I hit him up and I was like, hey, I see you've done your taillights like this. Would you mind doing a set for me? So he was graciously kind enough to crack them open for me. What I did is he actually I picked out the set of taillights on eBay, got it sent right to his place. He did everything and then he just sent them over to me. So it was pretty simple. I'll throw some pictures up of the progress. He sent me some pictures, during the whole painting and everything, just so you can see what actually was painted inside the taillight. So as you can see, the chrome bezels on the inside of the taillight were actually painted gloss black. So as you can see, these two, this one and this one's a reflector, and this one's an actual light. And there's also a reflector here. A lot of people don't paint this one, but I wanted to paint it simply because I just found it looked strange to me, having everything kind of like darkened, and then this stayed really bright because it's a reflector, and it just looked off to me. So I said, go ahead and paint that piece. A lot of people that do this, you'll notice this looks really red compared to everything else. It just looks very strange to me. So I had him paint that reflector in there as well, and I'm really happy with how much better it looks like that. And we were contemplating painting this reflector and just leaving this, but I said it might be smart to, since there's a light back here, obviously in the dark, cars and other people will see that. But if I did paint this reflector on the side, it would risk the integrity of what that reflector is there for. So I decided to keep that. I didn't paint the reflector. This one I obviously didn't paint because it's an actual light. It lights up, which I'll show you everything in a sec. But yeah, here's a good angle. So you can see everything is dark. I left the reflector and I left that light unpainted, and I painted this one as well black, or I should say my buddy did. I didn't. Can't take the credit. But I'm really happy with how these turned out. And the best part about it is they're OEM. I don't have to worry about them burning out. I don't have to worry about them failing or condensation or anything like that. And they fit perfectly. I would take them out and show you. I don't know if I have any pictures. I have a video up from a while ago, probably last summer when I got these or put them on, of the difference. So I'll link it up in the corner, up in the right corner of that video, so you can see the difference between stock and these. You'll have a better idea of what I mean by the differences, so you can see what the stocks look like compared to this. I'll actually throw some clips. I think I still have them. I'll throw some clips into this video so you can kind of I can have one video together. But either way, I'll put that video up top there for you to check out. What I did on these is I put, because everything was painted, as I said, I did also paint the chrome housing on the inside here as well. simply because I didn't want any chrome. I didn't want anything really bright that was really going to stand out. So I had them do that as well. And it looked really good without the film. But the one thing I didn't like was the bulbs inside, which I'll show you everything lit up and all the functions of it, because they are a little bit different than stock. But when they lit up, or sorry, when the light was off in the daylight, you were able to see these two bulbs in there really, really well. And I didn't like that because it looked like just two like awkward white dots in the middle. And I've done videos on LEDs back here and everything, and I was trying to find a good bulb that was black that kind of blended in. You don't really notice it, but all in all, it didn't matter. It still caught my eye. I think it looked kind of goofy. So what I did is just ended up getting some really dark film, and I just popped that on, and you can still kind of see them, but in person, you can't see them. They're pretty hidden. See, like right here, it's really hard to see, and I think it looks so much better with that on there. You can do a lighter percentage if you wanted to, but I just prefer the dark. I just wanted them hidden completely, and I think it looks pretty nice. But overall, I'm really happy with how this turned out. I think it looks really good. A lot of my pictures and everything, a lot of people can't really tell that they're done. But that's what I like about it. I like that it's so minuscule and deep and such a small detail that not many people will notice unless they really like, wait a second, something's different. And that's just the style of this car that I love. Something simple, nothing over the top, nothing aftermarket really. I mean, obviously there are aftermarket parts on here, but as for the taillights, they're all OEM from 2019 STI. I'm really happy with how it turns out. Everything obviously fits perfectly, looks awesome. Sorry, I can't really move around here. Garage door's closed, but I'll get another angle over here of these ones. I'll turn the lights on. I'll show you the functions of them, just what it looks like. Mainly because I do have the diode dynamic tapas turn and I do have that as well, but I have the C lights as the brake lights. And this whole thing here is the reverse light. I don't have this as the blinker anymore. And I think that's a really cool mod. I definitely suggest doing it. It's something that's very simple to do, and it really updates the rear end of the car. It looks much more modern, looks much more updated, because I can't stand halogen bulbs in cars. If you're buying a car in 2020 now, you would expect something that has LEDs. It's just kind of the way things are now. It looks much nicer, much crisper, and yeah, so I did those. I actually did them. That's like one of the first things I did to this car when I got it. But now that I have these, it just makes it that much better. So let me turn the lights on. Let me show you the functions and show you the reverse lights, kind of get an idea of how everything looks and works when the lights are on. And yeah, so let me hop in the car and turn them on. So as you can see, the lights are on. Obviously they look like stock. There's nothing like different looking about them when they're on. They look just like any other STI or WX taillight. So that's not really kind of what this is about. But this kind of has a little bit more representation as the color to them. Let me show you the turn signals. I'll show you the reverse lights as well, just so you get a full look. I also have obviously the third brake light down here, but that's a different story. So yeah, I mean, just I think they look good. I don't know why people don't like the look of the stock tails. I think they look pretty nice. There's the turn signal, very simple. I know it's not been brand new or crazy, but it's pretty cheap to do. So if you're looking to kind of update your rear end, that's definitely something I recommend doing. I think it looks great. I know it's kind of dark out, so it's kind of hard to see, but you kind of get the idea. Let me turn on the other blinker so you guys can get an idea of, I guess, the other side. Not that's really different, but it looks so much nicer. Really love how it looks. I hate having halogen bulbs, as I said. Let me turn the hazards on for you. Like I said, I do have the diode dynamics tapas turn. So the hazards, you get the cool little Euro double blink. You can change it up to do the wink, so it goes back and forth. Or you can do double blink. You just hit the stalk and it changes, which is pretty cool. So let me also show you the reverse lights. So as you can see, there's a reverse lights to by OEM. I got them from Super Speed years ago. I did try some other ones from Amazon. I forget the name of the brand. I think they're like Ala Lighting or something. I did a video on it, but they ended up being really crappy and they burnt out, and just wasn't happy with them. So I went back to the OLM ones from Subi Speed. It really fills out the housing really well, and they're a nice bright white. And I think they look good. They look so much better filled out like that, as opposed to just having the brake light over here, and that's normally the turn signal. So yeah, I think it looks way better. Really updates the rear end, and it's, you know, cheap mods to do. So yeah, that's the video. I know it was kind of, I guess it wasn't that quick, but you know, I can talk, and I can talk about this car all day. So I figure I might as well just kind of make a video on the taillights, because I do get a lot of questions about them and why they're darker and why they look a little bit different. And so people are always curious. So now that I kind of will have a video, it'll be much easier to explain what's done, as opposed to answering the same question over and over and over. So I'm really happy with this look. I'm a big OEM plus kind of person. So having this done is a very OEM plus mod to me. And it just looks so much better to me. I think it looks way cleaner and really suits the car much better. It doesn't stick out. You know, you got everything else in the car, and your eyes don't get immediately drawn to taillights. You know, they kind of blends in, but it, you know, still, you know, they still obviously are noticeable. And you know, they're just not that bright red, vibrant Subaru STI WRX color that everyone comes with. So I don't hate on anybody or dislike anybody that's gone aftermarket. I think they look cool. I just didn't want to deal with them, so that's the reason why I went with something like this. If you guys have any questions about what was done, or you need to see more angles or anything like that, don't be afraid to ask below. I'm home. I'm answering all the comments, all the intelligent comments, I should say. And you know, I'll be happy to help you out if you're kind of, you know, doing this mod, or you're interested in doing it or something like that. No, I don't personally do it. I won't do it. So don't ask me if I can do it for you, because A, I don't trust myself doing something like this, and B, I wouldn't want to do it. So if you have a friend, or you're you know, willing to take that plunge, by all means, I give you a lot of credit. Go ahead and do it. It's pretty simple. If you watch some videos, there are some videos about how to do it actually. I believe who did it? One of the lighting companies, I think Flyride or something like that. I think they did a whole entire tutorial how to do it, like where to cut and everything. So it's very helpful if you are looking to do it yourself. But for me, I just much preferred my friend just to get it done, because he's already done it before and knows what he's doing. And I'm really happy with it. And they've been on the car for almost a year now, and they still catch my eye, and I think they look great. So that's the video. I appreciate you guys watching. I'm gonna try to get some videos out during this whole thing, just so you guys have some content to watch. You know, I've been a little unmotivated just because, you know, I'm busy with the kids and everything, and keeping busy with work. So it's you know, it's a weird time, and I try to get out here and make some videos. You know, I haven't driven the car, so I do want to take it out soon. So maybe I'll get some you know, POV driving and stuff, just kind of cruising around town, going for a drive, and enjoying the car or something like that. I do have other videos, as I mentioned in my last video, of what I kind of plan on doing. And also, I do want to make a purchase for a lot of little parts, a lot of smaller things that I was looking to do. And I think a lot of you will enjoy that stuff. You know, I will make a video on each one of them, just so, you know, you guys can watch the, you know, the install and the review and my thoughts and everything on it. When I'm actually gonna, you know, buy them, I don't know. Hopefully soon. But like I said in my other video, you know, what's going on is a little crazy, so I'm kind of waiting to hear how things pan out and how it goes. But I'm getting a little antsy. I want to do something in the car. I want to keep myself busy, you know, do something to the, you know, mod wise, and just kind of get my mind off the things. So maybe I'll do it sooner than later. But either way, thank you for watching. I really do appreciate it. For now, the car's still going to be sitting here on the charger, and hopefully I'll go for a drive, and realize just how much I actually love this car. It's always good to take a little break every once in a while. Not that I don't like it, but sometimes when you take a little bit of a break from driving a car that you love and you get back in it, it just kind of renews your love even more. So I'm looking forward to that. I'm also looking forward to seeing the roof outside, because I haven't yet. It's still been sitting in here. But again, thank you for watching. If you haven't liked the video, I really do appreciate it if you like it. You know, I'm a small channel, and I'm getting close to that 2,000 mark. So it'd be really cool if you guys hit it, because it really does help the channel and kind of gets the videos out there and shows people, you know, it just kind of recommends them to people so they can find my channel and start watching and you know, giving me more ideas and helping the channel out. I really would love for this thing to grow. But also, yeah, if you're a newcomer and you haven't watched any of my videos, be sure to subscribe and check out some old videos. I got a lot of stuff on this car so far, and I really don't plan on stopping. Again, thank you for watching. I do appreciate it, and I will catch you guys in the next one.